My name is Aretha Simons. I, along with my sister, Felicia Wilson, and my nephews, are on the fight for freedom to free my nephew, Jeffrey Doby. Here is part one of my interview with Alfred Rhiner, who started the Society First and a movement for inmates to file a Motion 3800 on January 5th, 2025. Listen to part one.
Corrections Institution.
To accept this call, press 0. To refuse this, your current balance is $4.99. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Hello, Ms.
Hi,
Simons?
hi. How
Simmons
are
or
you?
Simons?
It's
I'm
Simon.
good.
It's
Simons.
yes, yes.
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
Great. Thank you for asking how to pronounce my last name. Do you mind if I record this call?
I don't
Okay.
mind.
Awesome. I'm so happy to meet you. I know we have much to talk about in a short amount of time, but I want to say thank you for
You're
what you
welcome.
started. Um, it's incredible, and I think we're really going to make a difference, so I appreciate it.
Well, one thing I do know is going to take everybody. And the whole focus is to bring a true restorative justice system that gives redemptive opportunity to everybody that seeks it out. That was the whole point of it. And because mass incarceration stands on the legs, I figured we'd start there.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. So then let me ask you, January 5th, a lot of people, I've been on the Facebook page of Society First, and some people are confused, and I was even confused, like the actual filing, the inmates have to do the filing from within the prison, right? You can't get a lawyer to do it on the outside. Am I correct?
No, that's not correct at all.
Okay.
Um, so because myself nor Society First is a paralegal firm or a law firm or practice law in any kind of way, we do not, and they do not. It's something. So the life sentence issue, the claim against the unconstitutionality of life sentences, is something I've been studying for 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally compiled the motion pro se, my own litigation, and I gave it to Society First to offer just as awareness to each family member that has a lifer side. I'm sure every single one of them wants them home.
Yes.
And we all, and what we're saying is, or what I'm saying, by attacking the life sentences is not to vacuum release a whole bunch of individuals who might not be ready to get out of prison. And that's one thing that I want understood.
Mm-hmm.
Our whole focus, and if you go on the website under solutions, I wrote the whole website through the JPay emails, about 5 years ago, and continued on from there. And they just cut and pasted it inside of the website. And so the whole goal is to bring a parole system to Florida, one that it organically identifies those who are or not. And the first thing that has to be addressed is the close to 20,000 people with life sentences. That's life without parole, over 15,000, and 3.8 thousand life with parole that do not get paroled. They just don't. So they basically have life without parole sentences as well. So that's close to 20,000 out of 80 some odd thousand people in 87,000 people, I believe, right now in the Florida Department of Corrections. And that's not even considering the virtual lifers, that will be affected by bringing a new parole system. So my whole thing is, if we we made a mistake, right? And some of it was really bad, and we deserve to do time. But we should be able to have a redemptive opportunity if we work for it. I mean, if we're irredeemable, I don't know how other people think, but kill us if we're
Right.
truly irredeemable.
Wow.
I know that's a harsh stance, but I came in when I was 18 years old. My mom had just died, and I was lost, and I'm not even the most culpable individual, and my codependent is the more culpable defendant. And he got 25, and he's on the street right now, and I got life.
Mm.
So there's all kind of wrongs, and we're not asking to do anything other than what the prosecutors and the judges already do. I mean, give plea bargains, redemptive opportunity to people that have even strived or even showed an ounce of remorse.
Mm.
At the sentencing phase, we'll plea out. Same sentence, worse crime, some of them. But yet, I mean, you have people on robbery, on burglary, life sentence, first time offense,
Mm-hmm.
life sentence, 18 years old. You might have to do 60, 70 years in prison before you die.
Jesus.
If that's not cruel and unusual, I don't know what is. But the claim is a 3,800 a legal sentence because Florida has given close to 20,000 illegal, constitutionally illegal life sentences because Article 1, Section 17 of the Florida Constitution states that indefinite imprisonment is forbidden.
Oh, really? What? Repeat that article again?
Article 1, Section 17 of the Florida Constitution. It's a prohibition against excessive punishment.
Mm.
Now the courts, the Supreme Court, to just kind of like derail this argument as has been argued under cruel and unusual, they say it's not. It's defining enough to tell you that you're going to die in prison. Well, so indefinite has two definitions. One, unlimited amount of measure and time, right? And two, ambiguous, undefined. Well, it's under excessive punishment, and the only way excessive and indefinite works is conjunctively is the first definition. And see, the rule of lenity says that if a word has two definitions, then the court must use the definition that favors the accused, which would be the first one. And plain language says you have to use the definition that America mostly heard, which is the first one. And the Florida Supreme Court, on the civil side of things, they say that indefinite confinement is being placed in confinement for the rest of your life. Now, the same Supreme Court, because it doesn't fit their fancy, when it comes over to criminal court, they don't say indefinite imprisonment means the same thing that indefinite confinement means. They change the whole definition because it doesn't suit their purpose or their agenda, And this is what this motion is addressing. So the same Supreme Court has already stated that indefinite confinement means being placed in confinement for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, indefinite imprisonment has to mean the same exact thing, or our justice system isn't just.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Indefinite imprisonment means being placed in prison for the rest of your life, which our Florida Constitution forbids.
Wow.
And let me tell you,